you on that 200, 400 going crazy. So now you got confidence. Then you jump on this with that confidence and that power. Oh, bye. And it's curtains, boy. The 6-gear Cutlow, baby. I got another 5 video. Yes, sir. It's your boy 6-gear Cutlow. We back with another one, baby. We out here, it's hot. Maybe 100 degrees. Let me back this bad boy up a little bit, man, so y'all can get the full. Maybe 100 degrees out here, man. Just splash the water on me. Make sure I'm good, man. But this video, man, I had one of my subscribers ask me about this question. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. He hit me twice too, bro. I'm like, he on my head about this, boy. Hold on. The Dragon of Ichigo. He asked me this 9 days ago. Cutlow, why did you start on the GSX-R 750 instead of the conventional route of starting on a 400 or something, and then later stepping up to a ZX-10R months later? Thank you for that question, man. I appreciate that. It's a lot of people that want to know that. When I came in the game, my first initial bike that I really wanted to get was an MT-09. I'm gonna go back and forth with this. So I went to put the deposit down on the MT-09, and it was like maybe 4 or 5 months that went past, and it still didn't come. So I went back to the dealership, and I saw a GSX-R 750 that I wanted. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just roll with the 750. All right, let's go back. Took the MSF course. I took the MSF course on a Honda CBR 300, I believe it was, out in Alpharetta, Georgia. Took the course on that bike, and I'm like, man, this bike is powerful. This is my first time even being on a motorcycle. You know, I haven't ridden motorcycles before that, mopeds, dirt bikes, none of that. I'm brand new into the game. So I go through the course on the CBR 300. Now I'm riding that bike, I'm like, man, this bike is powerful. I don't even see how cats get on the 600s or 1000s or whatever. So I go to the dealership. This is maybe a month and a half, 2 months after I did the MSF course. So I go to the dealership. Mind you, I put the deposit down on the bike before I took the MSF course. So I'm like, man, I really like how the sport bikes look. So I'm like, yeah, I really want to get a sport bike. So my initial thought, my initial way of thinking, right? I'm thinking, it's a lot of people that got 600s. It's a lot of people that got 1000s. I know I'm not ready for 1000, but do I really want a 600? The reason why I really didn't want to get a 600, and you know, people that ride 600s, you know what I mean, don't go crazy on me for this, but I was like, man, it's a lot of girls that's riding these 600s. Like, I have some homegirls, right, that got 600s. I'm like, man, they got these 600s. I don't know if I'm trying to be on that 600, but I don't know if I want that 1000 either. That's too much. I don't want to kill myself. So I'm like, all right, let me roll with the 750. It's right in between. So I get the 750, and you know, if you go back and check my videos, I'm slow rolling it. I'm learning the parking lot. I was in a parking lot as big as this at first for like 2-3 days, just getting used to the controls. And then I moved forward, you know what I'm saying, to get on the road and stuff like that. All right, so I get the 750 in April of 2001. Then I go get the ZX-10R in September of 2001. That's why you asked the question, why did I switch only months after that? The reason why, now I put 5,500 miles on the 750. The main reason why I switched is because I wanted more technology. I wanted better lights. I wanted traction control. I wanted ABS and all that stuff on there, because I started getting used to the bike. So I'm like, I'm gonna start putting more pressure on it. Let me get into some of these, you know, technology things that, you know, these newer bikes have. But the main reason why I had the 750 and didn't worry about the electronics at first, and I suggest this to everybody, is you want to get used to the bike without the electronics, because there's certain things that happen on these bikes to where the electronics may fail or may go out for a temporary time. Like when I put it on the dyno, the rear wheel speed was setting off the front rear wheel speed, so the technology canceled out. So no quick shifter, none of that. So you had to ride an old school shift and all of that. So you need to learn how to do that before you know what I mean, get something with technology. But here's my advice to those that want to get, you know what I mean, that's new to riding and thinking, what should I start on? Everybody's gonna tell you, all these people gonna tell you, get a 200, man, get a 300, get a 400. Don't get no 600 yet, that's too much power. That's what they're gonna tell you. Look, man, here's what I gotta say. That's not cookie cutter advice that they try to give to everybody. Some people need to start with a smaller bike, bro. So here's why. If you one of them dudes, if you can't drive good, right? You done wrecked a few cars. If you just, you know, a hot-headed dude, you one of them dudes that, you know, somebody cut you off, you speeding up to them, trying to get at them, right? If you a thrill seeker and you like, man, when I get the motorcycle first day, I'm going to the mountains, I'm wheeling and all that stuff, get you a 200, bro. Get you a 200, get you a 300. Because, look, this is the thing. You can kill yourself on a 200 with that type of mentality, right? But at least you will have minimum damage because those bikes are cheaper. You gonna crash with that type of mentality. So I suggest you go get you a 200 or go get you a 300 because you crazy as hell and you don't even need to be on no motorcycle, right? Those are for those type of people. Then we got the other type of people who care about their things, who move steady and learn things, who got a learner's mind, right? We coming into the game like, yo, I'm not about to do all this crazy stuff today because I'm not ready yet. I don't feel like I'm ready to be going crazy with this stuff. So you can start on 1,000. Another thing about these thousands nowadays, they not the thousands from back in the 90s. They got technology on here to where you can dumb it down to where the power is not as powerful, for lack of better words. You see what I'm saying? And it's all the mechanics. Everything is the same from the 1,000 all the way down to the 200s. Throttle control, body position on the corners, being smooth with the controls, smooth on the brakes, smooth on the throttle, smooth with the friction zone, right? It's the same thing, but when you got the 1,000 already, you ain't got to worry about, oh man, I need something faster, I need something better, this and the third. Or 600 super fast, trust me. You get that 600, you like, all right, I ain't got to move, you know, I don't got to move up to nothing faster or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't got to move up to nothing bigger yet because you're not going to get bored with it. When you got that 200 or 400, if you like me, meaning you putting miles on that bad boy, you really trying to learn it, after a while, you might not get bored with it, but when you start riding with people, bro, you ain't gonna be able to keep up with them cats, especially on the highway. The bike is light. And let me tell you another downfall of getting them cheap, not cheap, but getting those 300s and 400s and light bikes like that. If you just learning, the wind gonna hit that bad boy and you're gonna be flying in the wind. Like that shit gonna be having you doing this. You're gonna be doing that in the wind if it get real windy, and that's gonna scare you. A heavier bike is more sturdy to the ground. This is all my opinion. Now I just started riding last year in April. Just started riding last year. Somebody down the line gonna tell you something different, and I'm with that. But I was talking to my dog Austin up there at Mountain Motorsports in Marietta today, and we was chopping it up about another element. And I was talking to my dog Morris about this too. When you go get 1,000 or 600 and you spend money on that bike, meaning you spending over 200, not 200, you spending over 10,000 for your bike, right? When you spending over 10,000, you're going to be careful unless you just got money. We all know those type of guys out there that just get money, they break a bike, no big deal, all this. You know, some of these YouTubers out here, they got all kind of sponsors and all kind of stuff. They gonna get you messed up out here. Anybody else that's working their job, when you spend that type of money on the bike, you not going crazy because you don't want to drop it and get the stuff replaced. If you drop this bad boy right here, these fairings gonna cost you a good 400 just for this. Good 400. Don't have these all broken in the mirror. You're looking at 1,000 a drop, at least. Base minimum. Anybody who dropped their bike, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Base minimum. And you might have to get a new helmet, your communication system, all cameras, all that. So you more careful with the bike. If you get that 200, that 400, you ain't caring, bruh. The fact that you ain't caring, you probably gonna take a spill because you're going too crazy on the bike and you haven't learned yet. Now, we talking about beginner riders. A rider like me, I want a 400 or something like that, or a 600, so I can hit the track. Because now I know the difference between the tools. Those 600s and lower, you can really get nifty for real. Hey, for real. You can really get nifty with those. But when you come from this down to that, you will be more comfortable. When you come from that up to this, if you have the right mind state, you'll be able to make that transition. If you have the wrong mind state, catch this right here. You on that 200, 400 going crazy. So now you got confidence. Then you jump on this with that confidence and that power. Oh, bye. And it's curtains, boy. It's several riders that's happened to that's watching this video right now, and they're gonna tell you. Several riders. Yeah, I moved up, man. I got the 1,000. I thought I was smooth, crashed 1,000. I don't even ride anymore. Anybody who ride motorcycles, we've all talked to that one person that be like, yeah, man, I dropped that bike, man. I don't even ride no more, man. Last time I was riding was when I dropped the bike. And I ain't saying that's how all the stories go, but I know a few like that. So it don't matter. Start on the 200, start on the 1,000. It all depends on the person, man. Believe that, trust me. I went through it. I've been on 300s, 600s, and the 1,000 wows. This one easier to ride than all of them. Swear to God it is. But my mind state is different. I don't crash cars up. I'm not a speeder in the cars. I drive safe, I ride safe. I don't ride with people. See, a lot of y'all crash because y'all riding with the homie that's been riding for 10 years and you just got your bike. So you following him, he don't even know how fast he going. He think he ain't even going that fast because he used to it. You going fast as hell for what you know. Next thing you know, you hitting that corner and it's curtains. Next thing you know, you too heavy on the throttle, whiskey throttle, and it's curtains. Ride by yourself. If you got the right mentality, you can start on any bike. You can start on a 5,000. It's up to you, man. It's all in the mind, man. This is 6th Gear Cutlow. I hope I answered your question, man. Thanks for the questions. If y'all got any questions or anything y'all want me to make a video on, send it to your boy, and I got you. I'm signing out, baby. Peace.